By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to mask off a hood and get it ready for paint. Here we have a 2021 Toyota Corolla. I'll show you how I mask off this hood so we don't get an overspray on this engine at all. Okay, first thing, I'm just going to run down on what I use for paper and tape and plastic, and we'll get right into it. Here's my paper taper machine. I got 6-inch, I got 18-inch Norton paper, and I run the American blue masking tape in 1.5 and 3/4 inch. Nice thing about this machine is you load the tape on, you run it around the plastic, so as you pull, all of your paper has the tape stuck to it already. Here's the plastic that I'm using for covering the rest of the car. It is 16 feet wide, 350 feet in the box, made by 5-Star. Very well priced plastic, nice and thick. Definitely a big fan of it. It's only 8.5 micron. It's really close to 10. I do prefer a thicker plastic, but this does the trick. I do believe they make like a 5 micron plastic. It's really thin. I don't like it as much because it seems to slide around on the vehicle as you're trying to move it where you want. The thicker the stuff, it seems to stay on the car where you want it to be. So I'm going to load up the old tape caddy on the shorts here and we'll get at her. 3/4 inch tape on. Now you don't always want to tape a hard line there. What I mean by that is if you take your tape, press it down, you're going to have paint build up on that edge. Once you peel it off, you're going to be able to see and feel the paint edge, and that just looks ugly. So here's what I do to stop that. So here's how you create a soft edge with your tape. Put it on the stand like this, look around. I'll pull it like that. Might be a little hard to explain here at this moment, but we're trying to get your edge to look something like that. What this does when it's laid down, this won't stick and creates a little bit of a flap, and it'll give you a really soft edge for your paint to go underneath, but won't leave a hard line. So I am right-handed, so with my left hand, I really just grab my tape like this so I can pull it out as much as I want. You want to keep tension on it, but imagine I'm still holding that tape with my left hand. What I do is I pinch this with the tension on. I kind of use these 2 fingers here as a guide. Then with these 2 fingers, I feed it into my thumb. And I can run this whole length of the whole shop to get myself that soft edge. So if you keep practicing, you'll be able to perfect the soft edge. Now that soft edge is there, what I try and do is I try and find a crease or a body line, and I try and put that soft edge right in there so I see there's a crease in there. I actually feed this tape right along the crease. So I'll show you here in a second. That's all down. That's all pressed down in place. See, this is that flap I'm telling you about, where paint will get underneath, but it won't create a hard line. You'll be having an invisible paint edge when it's all done. So get that on this fender first. Next, in my jams, door jams, hood jams, trunk, I use 6-inch paper. Stick that to the tape just like that. Same goes for on the hood, 6-inch paper. You'll see sometimes where there'll be some sealer, some body sealer. I'll try and tape along that edge. Not like it matters as much as if you're getting a soft edge on your fender, but I try and hide my paint edges wherever I can by using body lines. So the same applies for the inside of a panel like that. Before everybody comes after me on this, I know the headlights are still in. This is a dealership job. It's done very budget consciously, so we don't want to spend too much time on this so it doesn't cost the guy too much money. I am fully want to remove everything on a vehicle, but since this is a used car dealer, we're leaving it on to save time. So we have our tape and our paper in on the jams. We're now going to close the hood, making sure to stuff the paper inside. Close it, but don't close it all the way, because we're going to take our 1.5 inch tape, we're going to back mask all of the hood that we didn't get with the paper. What I mean by back masking is just literally sticking the tape to the backside edge of the panel. So when we put plastic over it, we'll stick the plastic to it, we'll cut that out. It saved us using a lot of paper on every vehicle. I like the 1.5 inch tape because we can stick a lot to the backside of the panel, but still leaving us a lot of tape for our plastic to lay down on top of. But so far we got our things jammed with paper, everything is back masked. Next thing we need to worry about is pulling the plastic over and making sure it doesn't get too stuck on our tape as we're doing it, because we'll rip holes in it. So next is we'll pull plastic over and be careful. Of course, if you don't have the mask off for the fenders, you can just back mask the whole hood. What I mean by that is we back mask here, you can prop it up with a block of wood or something, give yourself more gap here. Just continue with the back masking all the way around until we get to the back, and then lay your plastic on top. For all my plastic that's laying down, I can try and pull it as tight as I can. Pigtail, twist everything up, pigtail it up. Take that 3/4 inch tape, wrap it around once, done. So we have the hood up until this stage, jams are done, everything's back masked. Plastic is stuck down, it's pretty centered to the car, it's pretty tight. We're going to take a sharp razor blade, like this, and we're just going to gently cut right along just inside the edge here. Like 1/8 of an inch inside, just outside of your panel. And then once we cut it all out, we can take the plastic that is on the panels that need to be painted, we can take that off and then tape off our edge so that plastic doesn't lift any further. Plastic cut off the panels. I prefer using 1.5 inch to mask everything off. It's way more efficient, but if you want to use a 3/4 inch tape, go right ahead, because that tape is cheaper per roll than 1.5 inch, but I find this stuff is a lot quicker to make sure everything is stuck down. Depending on the curve, you might have to just cut strips out and lay them in, but here you can almost tape that all in one piece just because it curves the other way. But as we can see, the hood is now taped off. I prefer back masking everything that I can, aside from jamming the fenders. If I can back mask, I will. Worst case, I jam it with the paper, but back masking is definitely going to do a way better job keeping paint clear off of anything that you don't want. So if you like this kind of video, just kind of a quick tutorial on how I mask off hoods that are still on the vehicles, leave a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you on the next how-to video.